What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the stocks that you guys need to be watching for tomorrow. Now today was really good overall until after hours, and I need to talk about that in just a second, but we absolutely killed that OZSC press release. It happened like 30 minutes after market open. Absolutely perfect. Nailed that one with huge size, made some decent profits on it. Fidelity has been acting weird today though, and it did not tell me what I made on OZSC today, so I have no idea. It's one of those times where it's like pending and it'll tell me tomorrow morning. And I should have known that when Fidelity's having these issues, I can't be stupid, yet somehow I decided to be really stupid. And after hours, CCIV just announced that they are actually merging with Lucid Motors, which is a really big deal, and it's what everyone's been waiting for on that SPAC. It's why the price has been up so much, and this is one of those buy the rumor, sell the news type of deals. So it spiked up a tiny bit as soon as the news was released after hours, and then just went on a massive panic. You know me, you know I love panics, and when I saw this panic, I was like, ooh, I gotta have me some of that juicy panic. So I bought some. And I bought probably more than I should have. I bought 500 and went down a little bit, and I wanted to average down, get some more size for the nice bounce because it was down a lot. So I bought another 500, putting me at 1,000 shares, and then I tried to sell, should have sold for profit, but didn't execute, and then it tanked below my entry, and I tried to cancel, and it's been pending cancel for the last 30 minutes, and it's tanked way down below where my entry is, and I have 1,000 shares. So this is probably going to be the biggest loss of my career unless this somehow decides to bounce back. I still cannot sell these because it's still pending cancel, and when it's pending cancel, you're not allowed to place a new sell order. So literally, for over 30 minutes, I have not been able to sell this at all. If it went to zero, I would lose $50,000 on this trade. Now, even if that happened, I would still be up, I think, over $30,000 this month, which would still be my best month ever, but it's very frustrating to make a stupid mistake like this. So I just want to talk about this for you guys and talk about some of the takeaways of, how this feels and how you guys can avoid making a trade like this and putting yourself in a position like this, because if you can learn from my mistake without having to make it for yourself, it's going to be really good, and you're going to be able to prevent those big losses. So let's dive into my computer and talk a little bit more about this stuff. All right, guys, so I'm here at my computer, and this is the chart for CCIV after hours. And again, I just want to explain what happened. So I saw the news come out. I bought in a little bit late. I bought in small size, and because I bought in a little bit late, I ended up chasing, and then it tanked down a little bit, and I tried to dip by here at first, tanked down some more, so I ended up cutting my losses and ended up, negative 1,500 already on this ticker. And I think because of that, I was revenge trading it a little bit. I think that's what happened here. And, then it bounced up, and then it came all the way down here. And when it bounced off this 50 area, I thought 50 would probably be pretty good support. And so I bought in again, and it came up here. My average is like 52, so I bought in, I don't know, somewhere in this area. I was trying to catch this bounce. And then I tried to sell, and you can see I tried to cut at 50 on the way back down because I guess I was a little bit too slow. I mean, I was profitable on this trade at one point, but you can see here, man, tried to cut at 50, but I guess it was too high above to cut at 50, and so when I canceled the order, it's still pending. So it won't let me cancel the order, and when the order is still pending, it won't let me sell any shares. So I literally have zero ability to sell shares, and I have 1,000 shares from like 52.30 or something like that. So again, at 42, that's a $10,000 unrealized loss, and I mean it's frustrating, guys. It's frustrating, and I know better. I know better than this because what happens is on Fidelity, when you trade with any type of size and you trade after hours, you're running into the risk of not being able to cut your losses quickly, and I think this is why in the future, I'm just going to make a rule for myself that I cannot trade after hours because I end up screwing myself over. And, if it takes this painful lesson to realize that, it is what it is. And you can see here, again, that $50 order is still pending. It's been pending for over 30 minutes. So, since 6:08 and it's 6:56, I literally have been able to do nothing. My hands are tied. If this went to zero right now, I would not be able to cut my losses. And as you can imagine, this is a very helpless feeling, especially for someone like me who cuts a loss when they're down $100. So very frustrating. Just make sure if you trade after hours on Fidelity, you don't put your limit order too far away from the current price because it glitches out. And I think there's some, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think the rule is it has to be within 5% or 8% of the current price. So if it's farther away from that, you place it, but then it's a really jumpy stock, so that stock price goes up too much and it's more than 8% away, then it like goes into like a glitch mode because you're not supposed to be able to place it. And I think that's what happened here. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind and avoid making this stupid mistake. Don't be trading after hours with any type of size because you're not going to be able to cut your losses like you should. You can't cut with a market order. Like if I could have cut with a market order, I would have been out, here and realized the $4,000 loss. Okay, that doesn't even eat up yesterday's profits. But because of that, I'm down a lot right now, and it's very frustrating. And who knows? Maybe this thing holds this bottom here. Maybe it curls back up. Maybe I make profit on this trade, and I end up, making back this $1,500 loss. But as soon as I get my ability to get out of this trade, I'm getting out of this trade because I don't want to be in it. Honestly, that's the truth. I have a $44,000 position in a stock that I don't want to be in at all. So it's a horrible feeling, and I just wanted to, be real with you guys because I'm not perfect. I know I've had only green days in February, but, it's been a hot market, and I've been sticking to my rules, and this is an example of me breaking my rules, putting myself in a position where I'm likely to get screwed over. And, maybe it breaks low of day right now. I have no idea. Maybe this breaks low of day and I take a $20,000 loss instead of a $10,000 loss. So I have no idea what this is going to do. But, look at that chart, guys. That's really ugly. That's a really ugly chart. So it's probably going to be on a watch for you guys tomorrow. If it tanks more, it probably is a good dip buy at that point, given how much it's high, how high it is off of the, how low it is off of these highs. But man, I'm screwed at this point, so really sucks. But yeah, OZSC absolutely nailed that one. I want to talk about that a little bit. This is on big watch for tomorrow as well, just because the CEO says there's still some news that's trying to come up. So I did trade this here. I got a little dip buy in here. The big one was I bought some more here, and then I saw it was tanking. I bought at 33, and remember I overnighted from 31, and then I ended up getting out at like 32.77, 20,000 shares. And I ended up buying more down here at, 31? And then 32. At 32, I bought some more here when it was coming back up. And then I bought some more here. And then they did the press release right at 10 a.m. So I bought another 50,000 right there. So I had like 160,000 shares when the press release happened. And I sold a good amount up here. And then I sold a little bit more into this spike. And then, got out the rest. So, it was a pretty good trade. Again, I think I made a couple $1,000s on that one, which, compared to the CCIV loss doesn't seem that big at this point, which is frustrating. But, it was a good trade. And this is why you sell in the news, guys. OTC land, stocks in general are just, they don't always make sense. They really don't always make sense. You get great news and then the stock tanks. Like CCIV, again, it's been waiting for this merger forever, bro. Like they've literally been waiting forever for this merger. And now they finally agree to merge, and now it tanks a ton? Does that make sense to you guys? It doesn't make sense to me, honestly. It does not make sense to me. But that's why you got to cut losses quickly. Never assume anything has to go up because it can always tank farther than you think unless it's to zero. Then it obviously can't take more than zero. But just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to be watching that for tomorrow. INKW, this had another, press release that didn't show up on here, but another press release midday. And I got in pretty big size here, and I think I made like a penny a share around that area, maybe a little bit less. But that was a good trade too. Just be ready, when these news releases happen during the middle of the day. If you can get in early and sell into the spike, it's typically a good trade. But don't chase these and then bag hold because a lot of times they just fade off towards the end of the day. So that's something you have to know. INKW, if we keep getting press releases, this could keep getting interesting. ENZC, this was another really good one. This is high on the watch list. This could definitely gap up tomorrow. So, be watching this one. Has some good dip buys. What was it? AABB. This is a beast, man. This was an absolute beast today. Finished pretty well. Probably are going to see a gap up on this one if we look at this chart. Let's go with 3. Yeah. So you can see, it's pretty strong, man. But it might be overextended. I don't know. We'll see. ZKIN. This one went hard today. This got halted upside. This is the one I made a video about a little bit ago. Man, it's up a lot, guys. I talked about it, like 8, I think? Maybe it was 8. Was it 8 or 750? Somewhere in there a few days ago. And got all the way up to 1250 today. So that's a lot of green candles. Probably going to see red candles soon, I would assume. But yeah, keep it on the watch list. Low float. This is one that's harder to dip by because NASDAQs, they're harder to dip by. So we'll see what happens. NSAV, this is another good one. But this one, yeah, this had some good dip buys midday. Still on the watch for sure. Kind of ran out of the gate, but we'll just see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm a little distracted right now, obviously, because of that stupid loss. I just want to cut it and, just take the loss. So That would be nice, but I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. ENZC. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't really feel like making a long video today. Yeah, I mean, I'm at like 8 minutes. Honestly, guys, yeah. Same stocks as always. Same stocks as always. I mean, I nailed them all day, and then this kind of destroyed my morale at the end of the day. So whenever you get two on top of the world, the market will humble you. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, TSP was pretty choppy. I mean, it had a nice dip by it open. Nothing too crazy. Forwardly, you know, same old, same old. I'm interested to see what CCIV does. Yeah, it just broke down to new lows. That's insane. CCIV is still going, now down 10K unrealized, more than 10K unrealized. That's crazy. That's wild. We'll see if we get a bounce. 42, man, that's crazy. It's probably a ton of dilution if I had to guess. I can't imagine it just tanks this much out of nowhere. 60,000 shares at 43. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's insane. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. It's painful, but learn from my lesson. Don't trade after hours. Just don't do it with big size, because if you mess up your limit order and the price is too far away, it goes in this weird glitch mode. And maybe that's just a fidelity thing. I don't know. But, man, this sucks. Learn from my mistake. And yeah, guys, hopefully we come out alive on the other side of this thing. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna go do. Again, I try to refresh it. Still doesn't cancel. So all right, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Hopefully this won't affect me emotionally, but I guess we'll see. You know, managing emotions is the biggest part of trading. So. I'll do a big loss like this. We'll see if I can handle it. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, let's grow better together. Preguntar, bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú por mí sientes.